Hi, Cantor. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your October 2025 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have from us, it's a Celtic spread as always, and I also pulled the 4 agreements and Wisdom Oracle card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off our roll notes astrology guys we have in front of us to get an idea of what your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have 4, and 4th house energy for you guys is Libra, and there's actually going to be quite a bit going on there. Of course, the sun's just about to move into Libra. We also have Mercury that just arrived there. Let's see what else. Venus will be moving into Libra around the middle of October. There'll be a new moon in Libra toward the very end of Libra season, around the 21st. So yeah, plenty of energy going on there, and 4th house in general points to home, roots, and family. So you could definitely have a lot of focus there this month. All right, we have the moon. So yeah, so I did just mention how we're going to have that new moon in Libra on the 21st. We'll also have a full moon in Aries on October 6th. And at the time of recording this, we haven't had that new moon solar eclipse in Virgo just yet, but that's coming up in a couple of days too. So yeah, plenty of important lunar cycles going on there, so you definitely keep an eye out for those. And of course, you guys are ruled by moon as well, so you might be feeling those pretty significantly. And we have Capricorn. So, astrologically speaking, it's pretty quiet there right now, but for you guys, Capricorn is your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, and contracts. So we'll keep all that in mind as we go through the main spread. In the main situation position, we have Justice. So this is actually the major arcana card for Libra, so even more Libra energy for you guys. And then challenging that, we have the Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. So I feel like this is saying that karmically things will be rebalancing themselves for you guys this month, and the challenge could be you might feel like it's taking a little bit too long to take place. So but of course, the Justice card being major arcana and this just being a court card here, I feel like this is saying that, ultimately the balance will occur. But again, like I said, you just might feel like it's not coming as quickly as you would have liked. This could be around an issue that could even go back as far as Gemini season for some of you. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So yeah, so it could just be saying that you guys might have just been focused on your work recently, right? Not necessarily trying to give too much thought around the situation, just focusing on yourselves and keeping your heads down. But at the very least, this could be saying that was how your focus was going during Virgo season. But yeah, I feel like this is saying that ultimately you've just been working and trying not to overthink around seeing that justice and rebalancing come to play. But that's what I see with that. All right. In the past position, we have the King of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here. And yeah, this could just be saying that you might have really dug your feet in around the situation, right? So maybe there was a part of you that didn't necessarily want to budge, right? And you more or less weren't going to be the one to fold around the situation. But again, I feel like there was some level of understanding that it would take a while for these karmic scales to balance out. But at the same time, it's hard to describe what I'm feeling with this one, but it's just like, there was part of you that knew would eventually play out, but there was also a part of you that kind of wanted to expedite the process, but maybe not necessarily in the best way, right? So that could have actually thrown the karma back out of balance if you were to have handled it that way. So I feel like this is saying that you might have shown some self-control around that as well. In the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Sun. So yeah, at the very least, this says to me that now you might have an awareness that, yeah, the justice actually is playing out, right? So even if it's not physically taking place just yet, you might get some kind of word around the fact that it is going to take place. And then, so let's just say, super generic example, if this is some kind of legal proceeding, right? Like I said, maybe going back to something that might have taken place during Gemini season, right? You might get some word around when the court date would be or something like that, right? Or, okay, hey, this is what was decided. This is when you get a payout regarding whatever the situation was around. So something like that. But I feel like this is saying that ultimately you have gotten positive news, or at least you feel very strong intuitively that things are going to start moving in the right direction and in your favor. In the near future position, we have temperance. So yeah, so for some of you, this could be regarding your work environment in some way. So, maybe if you were promised a raise or promotion at some point, right, but then it never seemed to actually happen, it's going to be saying that, okay, now energies playing out this month are actually going to bring that your way. But yeah, either way, this could just be saying that now having the stress release from the situation now karmically being rebalanced, it also just have you feeling a little bit more um, back to yourselves, more grounded and able to go through the day without stressing. In the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Nine of Cups. So yeah, so this is definitely an energy of contentment here, feeling like you've got your wishes fulfilled. And of course, there's room for more, right? Because you could get up to the Ten of Cups. But again, I feel like there's contentment and happiness where you are now and not necessarily pushing for anything more, right? But being open to it if it were to come your way. In the environment, we have the world. So yes, I feel like this is saying that karmically this was something that you were supposed to learn, right? Or whatever it is around patience, right? Or okay, if someone does something that you feel was unfair, right? Do you try to exact revenge, or do you just wait it out, right? Let things, let nature take its course, let karma take its course for that matter as well, right? So whatever the case, I feel like this is saying that you were supposed to learn from this situation. So maybe it was around patience, like I said, or at the very least just trusting in the universe a little bit. Right. In the hopes or fears position, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, so for the majority of you, this is probably more of a hope, right? Where you're hoping for more stability, some growth and expansion, possibly around your finances, right? Because we see the 8 in the foundation. So this could just be saying that you're hoping to eventually reach that Ten of Pentacles level. All right. In the outcome position, we have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, so to me this says that now with the situation, whatever was related to you behind you, now you guys seem like you're ready to move forward, right? Take on new things. Now that you have the weight of that situation no longer on you. Right, bottom of the deck we have the Strength card. So this is the Major Arcana card for Leo. So yeah, this could just be saying that ultimately that might have been what this was really about, right? For you guys to learn to, okay, you know what, let me hold back. So if we look at the way the woman looks like they're closing the lion's mouth there, right? So if we think of the lion in this sense representing more ego, right? Whereas the woman's energy could be more feminine, receptive, right? Patient. So it could just be one of those things where you might have caught yourselves where you understood that, you know what, okay, I know that the situation's going to play out in my favor. I just need to be patient. And it seems like doing so is actually paying off. All right. From the Four Agreements deck, we have Always Do Your Best. And it says love and nurture your body. Right? It says your own body is a manifestation of God. And if you honor your body, everything will change for you. Practice giving love to every part of your body. This will plant seeds of love in your mind, and when they grow, you will love, honor, and respect your body immensely. So that'll be a positive message there, especially if this is around your health, to work, and daily routines in some way. All right. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have New Life. Here's the artwork, and the number is 39. Let's see what this has to say. All right. Essential meanings says birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. The oracle's message: when spring awakens the world, joy and contentment can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst forth from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to be filled with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. So yeah, definitely a positive message there, especially that last sentence reminds me of the fact that you guys do have Jupiter in your sign, so that could be bringing some expansion your way as well. All right, the relationship message says new energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with the sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnership in all forms. So yeah, definitely a positive message there as well. Nothing jumped out at me from the main spread as being a romantic situation, but for those of you looking for guidance there, hopefully that resonated. And the prosperity message says you have every reason to be optimistic right now, as things seem to fall into place magically. New opportunities remind you that abundance is available to you. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It's as if new life suddenly infuses your projects, work, and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling on you. So yeah, I have a reference to fortune there. So again, like I said, it seems like you guys are really going to be feeling that Jupiter transit through your sign significantly this month. So hope it ever resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.